Hey, good morning, guys. Look again, we have visitors that braved this weird country that we have out here in the middle of the desert. But we have some guests that came by, and we want to introduce them and kind of talk a little bit about shop and what you're doing. So introduce yourself, folks.
Hi, I'm Carmen Page and my husband Sam. We just started into working with signs, I guess, back in January.
This year, yeah.
Yeah. I want to say, because I kept wanting to try to make things, and he kept saying, you need a router for that, you need a router for that. And I didn't know what a router was, so I looked up on YouTube.
And that's how you came across me, by just looking up
what YouTube, and I was trying to decide, okay, now that I know what a router is, which one do I need to use? And so then I saw your DeWalt versus Bosch, and all the things that you said positive about the Bosch.
Yeah.
And then the things that you said negative about the Bosch, I was like, I don't need that. I don't care about that. And so I was like, well, this is the one. So then I started watching more and more videos, and next thing you know, we're friends.
Yeah, that's crazy. So. Did you do any woodworking before that? Before, like, you started finding me and stuff? Did you have a background in that?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. Matter of fact, he just now started since the pandemic. He's been working from home, so we started to. I started putting him on little different projects, learning about YouTube. He's like, I don't know how to build anything. I'm like, well, yeah, just get on YouTube. We'll find out. We'll figure it out. And
that's a cool thing about YouTube. You know, everybody goes to YouTube to learn stuff these days. It's the same thing I do when I need to learn something. Everybody does. So, so tell us, you know, what kind of signs have you made so far?
So far, I've only made 6. The first one was horrible, which I really wanted to have be happy on it, but I really wanted to say none of my other signs will ever look like this.
Did you keep it?
It's sitting right in the front of my flower garden, so I'll never forget.
Excellent. Good. So you can see improvement since then.
Exactly. And so the next one I made for my friend, just one of those little home signs, put a little bow on it, and made one of those for my mother, and then one with arrows pointing to all the kids and grandkids' houses.
I remember seeing that.
However, I didn't think about the fact that once we got it out there and started pointing it towards our houses, the back of the sign is what showed.
So they're pointing the wrong direction.
They're pointing all in the wrong direction.
Oh, wow.
And then we just did our little tractor crossing and chicken crossing sign, and that's it so far. But I took my chicken crossing sign to work to give to my friend that I made it for, and everybody's like, make me a sign. Make me a sign. We're never going to sell anything, but I do believe that I'm going to start saying, for the price of the wood, I will make whatever you want, and it'll keep me entertained.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and people will be happy to do that. I know. They'd probably be happy to pay a price for it. But and that's the neat thing is everybody's at a different stage when they do this. Whether they want to do it just for fun or giveaways, or they want to make money out of it. It tends to be that the younger people, even though our demographic isn't a lot of young people, but the younger ones that do, they're the ones that really are kind of ambitious and want to make money out of it. Whereas the older folks, they already have their jobs, or they're retired or whatever. They've already got their income set up. They're not that interested in necessarily making money out of it. They're just having fun.
Right.
Yeah.
And we just happen to be in the day and age where everybody labels everything.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
We gather, we welcome, we're home.
Yeah.
The kitchen.
So where are you guys from? We haven't even said that.
Okay.
We're from Georgia.
Georgia.
All right.
Okay.
Go Dogs.
We have some Dogs fans that watch us that are like nuts about the Georgia Bulldogs. So that's good. So you guys are sports fans? Or?
No, but I keep a t-shirt for every team just in case we get invited to a football game. Because I like the party food.
No, our thing is tennis. Mention
tennis,
Roger Federer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, tennis and running. That's my two things. Yes.
Okay.
Go Roger.
And you're a football fan?
Some, but probably tennis would be my thing as well.
Yeah. And so, your regular jobs, what do you guys do as a regular job?
I just kind of semi-retired. I was supposed to be retired this year from surgical nursing, but there's just so much of a need still for us to stay at work, so I still do a few days a week, just for filling in. And what do you do?
I work in mental health administration.
Okay.
So not near as entertaining to listen to as our day-to-day stuff. But the most impressive thing about this whole trip is we've come all the way across the country just to meet y'all.
Oh my
And
God.
to see your workshop and what goes on there.
Very unimpressive.
So here we
It's been
are.
very impressive.
Out in the middle of the
Here we are.
dirt.
There's
Yeah.
nothing like seeing Vicky's resin stuff.
And they got to meet the pigs, which was a huge thing on your list, I'm sure.
Yes, and one of them sits.
Yeah. Good old Toot. He's very
Yeah.
reliable.
And why is his name Toot?
This is the story of the naming of the pigs.
Okay, how?
When we bought them up in Pahrump,
Okay.
Nevada. And when we brought them home, they were about big.
About that big.
In a, we brought them home in a dog carrier crate.
Yeah.
And my daughter was in the back seat. We were in our little Saturn. And I sit in the back seat, and they did nothing but toot and
Snort.
snort.
Yeah.
And it was very aromatic. I
Yeah.
must say. And one of them threw up, but we couldn't think of a name for that one.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, that's good. But yeah, so that's basically where they got their names.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're
You should-
Toot and Snort.
Toot and
Toot and
snort.
snort.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Snort's the jerk, and Toot's the.
He's the standoffish one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Should have seen him when we brought him home. We thought, wouldn't it be cool to put harnesses on them? Yeah, no.
they didn't dig that very
It would have
much.
been
Yeah.
squeal if we'd have named him
Yeah.
that too.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But we originally tried to adopt from a sanctuary that had, you know,
They had like 600 pigs.
yeah, but they wouldn't let us adopt because we had
Because of the
dogs.
dogs.
Because the dogs, they say, are natural enemies to the pigs. But it's like, you know, they get along great.
Yeah,
They get
they
along.
wanted. We had,
But that's
you
not
can
always the
kinda
case, I
see
guess.
A pin that there just to kind of introduce them.
Yeah.
Then the people that were there sent somebody to inspect our property and wanted us to put 5 dogs in the pen and let the pigs run around for a couple of weeks. And we're like, yeah, no.
Yeah. But anyway, so we kept an eye on them for the first few weeks, couple months, just to make sure that there wasn't any problem with them. But
Never.
they've never had any issues at all. The pigs outsmart them, I think, basically.
Yeah. When the pigs were smaller, they were probably 2 or 3 years old. The dogs, you know, they run around and bark, 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 bark. Well, the pigs started barking, making this barking noise. They fall around the dogs and they bark.
Yeah.
They didn't know they were
That's
pigs.
funny.
So this has kind of gone off the rails,
totally.
talking about the pigs
Yeah.
and dogs. But anyway,
We're big
I love
animal
my
people.
pigs.
We're big animal.
so what? So you guys are out here for a couple of weeks, and you're going to travel around. And Sam said you're going to go up to Zion and
We're gonna
do
go to
some
Zion.
hiking up there. It's gorgeous. Oh man.
We haven't done that in so long.
Yeah,
We used to
yeah.
go every year for our anniversary.
Yeah, I haven't been up there in a long time, but
This is our 40th. We got to do something.
yeah. So the weather actually is pretty nice for you guys. If it was a month from now, it'd probably be
hot.
over 100, 110, something like that. So probably, although you guys are kind of used to heat and humidity, right?
No. Yet we would say yes, but
When it's hot, it's hot.
Yeah.
we came down. I mean, over. It was over in August, and
Oh,
You
Yeah.
came to Vegas.
you were here in August? Okay. Well,
Yeah, that's no
Yes.
way.
120 degrees.
it's
Is
Yeah.
not humid. It can't be bad. But 120 is 120.
Yeah. Yeah, whether it's an oven or
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
it's hot.
Hottest
Yeah.
I've ever seen it. I know I was going to work one time because Laughlin is just right over the river, about 25 minutes from here, which goes from Arizona to Nevada. And I worked in Laughlin at Harrah's, and I think the hottest I ever saw it on that big thermometer was 128.
Yeah. Yeah. I've seen 136 driving through town over there. Because we're higher elevation, we're at about 3,000 feet here, but over on the river, that's right down at like 400 or 500 feet. So
Yeah, we
it
stayed
gets
about
much
15
hotter
to
over there.
20 degrees.
Yeah,
degrees.
and the wind's always blowing here. Yeah.
But if you go like just a quarter of a mile down that way, you've got a sign that says if it's flooding, and I'm like, where's the flooding going to come
Oh
from?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's why
Oh.
we have monsoons because it's like clouds come over and just drop buckets, and because it's so dry, it doesn't soak in. So then you get the flash flooding.
So where you saw that was a dip. It was probably
Yeah.
a dip, and the washes out here literally will run like rivers, and it can be actually sunshine in here, but because we're between two little mountain ranges, it'll be raining over on the mountain, and then all of a sudden the washes will fill up and they'll run like
That's
rivers.
gonna be kind of cool.
It is, and actually it was. Dad and I actually one year we were out in the quads and we were racing the wall of water behind us. It was kind of like an Indiana Jones thing. It was kind of cool.
Yeah, the Golden Valley version of Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
But there have been people who have actually tried to go through them in their vehicles and got stuck and actually drowned.
Yeah.
So it's not,
Yeah, it
that's
has
why
happened
you gotta
out
have
there.
those signs, yeah.
Yeah, it has happened. So, okay. Well, anything else? What else do we want to talk about? What do we got?
Well, Carmen attended our workshop.
That's right. That's
Yes.
right. The 6-week deal. And you got to, because you guys got delayed somehow,
back.
you got to end up staying for that 6th one because you thought you were going to be on your way out here.
Yes, because of pandemic, they kept changing their flights and everything, so we actually got to go to the last class, but
But you had to run out early, or well, right at the end.
just right at the end, yes.
I'm sure Sam was like, "We got to get on the plane."
Not yet. But we're
I
good.
was like, I've got a few more things I've got to do.
I knew that was more important. The plane would have to wait.
No, but I have to say that if anybody does get the opportunity to take the class again, I think that it was definitely very beneficial. Oh, how nice! Thank you.
We're gonna send everybody one, but since you're here,
Hey,
Cool.
so cool.
I only have 2 in that color. You and Marissa are the other ones, other than me, that get them.
Yeah.
You're special.
That's all that makes me happy.
But I can honestly say I got a lot out of the classes.
Good.
I really, really, truly enjoyed them. And it was more because when you're watching the videos, you're showing us what you're doing and you can see it. And like whenever you're doing like the little background, you can watch that, you do the little circles or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, to see you doing that, you can't tell, are you lifting it up, are you circling, or what are you doing? And it just gives you an opportunity to really ask questions that we can't really ask you on YouTube as much. I mean, you know, Vicky's reading what we're all writing, but it's a good old boys club. I figured out that already. There's no other thing like it. You know, the Scroll Saw people don't do anything like it. Everybody knows everybody, and it's like, hey, how are you, Dale? How are you, Frank?
Yeah. It is a pretty neat community that we have. Yeah.
But, and so I felt like it gave me a lot more opportunity to actually ask the questions that I wanted to ask and not feel stupid about it because everybody else was asking as basic of questions as I felt I was, I think.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and that's the thing. See, everybody comes in at different levels. For you, when you started, you didn't know what a router was. So, but there's some guys that have been making, woodworking for years and years and years, and they've had a full shop of tools, but they don't know how to make signs. So they may have a little bit more knowledge from general tool knowledge, but and then you've got guys like Frank, who has been kind of in the machinist area, and guys that have been machinists. So everybody has a different set of knowledge that they bring in that they can, a lot of them can adapt to what we're doing here, but everybody's a little bit different in their life experience and what they've done or have done or know have been done before. So well, that's good. I'm glad you got a lot out of it, because that was really the whole idea behind it, was that I wanted something that was interactive. And again, I had my basic idea of what I wanted to cover week by week by week, but I really wanted it to be predicated on more on the attendees. What did they need answered? What did they need help with? And that was really my number one goal, is make sure by the end that I was able to answer and solve issues that everybody was having. And that's why we kind of kept it small, so it wasn't huge, and it was our first one that we'd done. And I'm not sure whether we're going to do more or not, but when we do, now we have a better understanding. But it actually came off as good as I think it could have, for the fact that we've never done it before.
Anything like that with multiple people on the live feed. And
well, also give us an opportunity to get in touch with each other and interact and show, okay, well, this is what I'm working on and this is what I'm working on. And, that was behind the scenes without y'all. But, it was still a camaraderie, because we're starting this together, and you don't really just want to throw your stuff out there and for everybody to look at in the very beginning. For me, that's a bit intimidating.
Yeah.
But it's not so intimidating with other people who are just starting. So.
Yeah. Yeah, and the cool thing is everybody starts somewhere, and the community that we have, I don't know exactly why, but everybody is just super helpful. I've never seen any sense of like competition or anything like that. Everybody just wants to help everybody else because it helps everybody get better at what they're doing, and whether they want to do it for sales or want to do it just for giveaway stuff, everybody wants to get better, and we just have a great group of people that seem to want to just help everybody get a little bit better. I want to get better. I'm working on my stuff all the time, trying to push the envelope and get better. So everybody's just at a different level. Yeah, good deal. Okay.
Me, I just stand behind the camera.
Oh, that's not true. That is not
thing.
true.
Yeah.
Love to watch your resin steps. That cutting board was a serving tray, I think.
Serving tray.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
I loved that.
That was actually for Ryan, for
Yes.
our son. Yeah.
So, I need to talk to him still about resin, but I thought I'd wait a little while.
One thing at a time.
It's funny because when I started it, I learned on YouTube.
Yeah.
And then it was just keep watching. I think I've watched every resin video.
Yeah.
But then I feel like that's why I showed all my mistakes on my table. I don't know if you watched any of those, but on making my table, I made huge mistakes.
I didn't see that. No.
But we fixed them. And I showed
like
I showed
almost
all my
catching
mistakes.
on fire.
Yeah,
Like
that was fun.
the whole room was full of smoke. Like
We stirred the resin
the
too
chemical
long, so
reaction
you didn't-
from the stuff was literally
You can
it was
just
starting
see
to
the
burn.
smoke. But we left it all in because all the videos I watched, I'd kind of do something. I'm like, okay, this does not look like that. So how do I fix this to make it look? No, you couldn't find anything that showed anybody how to fix anything.
Yeah.
So it's all been trial and error, and I show all of it.
Well, and
That's so cool.
But that goes kind of along with what I've done all along too. When I screw something up, I want to show how I fix it.
Right.
Because they say that's kind of the moniker of a good woodworker is not just making good stuff all the time, but figuring out ways to fix stuff that they've screwed up. So that's kind of
Where we are.
That's just our natural thing. We screw stuff
We
up
screw
and
stuff up a lot.
figure out how to fix it. Yeah.
Sometimes it takes us a while.
Maybe
but
you need to have a video of bloopers.
you know what?
We do have a
The
few
only
of them,
thing is
but
we put them all in there, and the ones we don't put in there is because normally I'm behind the camera with bad language. So,
yeah. Normally there's some.
but what we are
classy
going to do,
language.
and it'll eventually get to where we do, is read some of the comments because he has to approve all the comments on the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Because we get some interesting ones, but he's keeping a log of all those ones we don't publish.
Yeah. All the
he's
ones
gonna
that are
do it.
real critical, because, and that's the reason I wanted to do that, because there could be vulgarity or whatever. So all of the comments I have to approve before they the public can
that's
see
good.
them.
Yeah.
That's
There
good.
was one on there this morning on the video. I just read the comments, but all it says is, "Do you want sex?" I was
Really?
like,
I missed that
okay.
one.
That's because I got rid of it.
Oh, okay.
She didn't want you to answer yes.
Evidently, evidently
But he
not.
gets those a lot.
It's but like you don't know what the hell you're doing.
Oh,
or,
tell her
you know.
about that one. Oh, you can't tell her.
Yeah. Anyway.
We've done said hell now.
Yeah.
Well, we have had several where it's like, tell that woman behind the camera to shut up.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can't understand what you're saying because she's just yapping away.
I like that y'all are real people.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. And I just absolutely adore Frank, too. Frank Jenkins.
Yeah,
He's
he's a great guy.
He's just like, everybody has a Frank Jenkins in their family.
Yeah. Yeah.
I went to get you, Dad, but he's out. He's sleeping.
Oh, is he sleeping?
Nap time.
Okay. Well, he might wake up before they take
Oh,
off.
yes,
but,
okay. So good.
His allergies, I think, are bothering him.
Yeah, we actually had a class here a couple of years ago before the pandemic, quite ways before the pandemic, and Frank was here, and some of the other guys were here, and it was a blast. What did we have?
Mayhem.
What did we have? Six.
There
I
was
think
six.
yeah.
And then three
for a
wives.
weekend, kind of just a carve-a-rama kind
Yeah.
of thing. Had
And
the
the
benches
wives
set
came
up
and
here.
we did
Yeah.
a resin project.
So we want to do that again. we don't have anything planned as of right now other than that minion thing. But it actually a hands-on class once things kind of open up and everybody gets back to normal. Hopefully, we'll probably plan another one of those in the next couple years or so. But we used to go to Atlanta. Like every year, we'd go to Atlanta for Workbench Con. We went to 3 of those. Yeah, the 3 of those, and then now, of course, then it got canceled. But yeah, every year in February, we would come into Atlanta and go to Workbench Con, which is really a cool thing. A lot of hands-on demonstrations and different things like that. But I don't know if they get that going again. We may go back. I don't think this year. Yeah, this year, but maybe next year. So anyway, all right. Well, I guess that is about it. Any last comments? Any last things?
No, just appreciate you letting us come and see the place.
Oh my gosh,
it was worth the trip.
Super cool.
Yeah,
worth the trip.
Thanks so much for coming down. We really appreciate it. And so, guys, if you have any questions, let me know. Like always, I'm happy to answer your questions. And thanks again for watching. Thanks for all the support. We love you, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.